Hey guys, so just a quick wee reminder before we jump into today's video. We have a sale on a selection of models. The reason why there is a sale is because we are discontinuing this selection that are up on screen at the minute. So if it's something you're interested in, you may as well get them now, up to 50% off. And starting the 1st of October, they will never be in store ever again. So jump on it. But let's get into today's video.
Stories of your TG-related spurred moments. I'll start. Be me, be autistic as shit. 6 foot tall and jacked because of autistic obsession with bodybuilding. Play Yu-Gi-Oh all the time. Go to regionals and nationals. Judge regionals and nationals. Have very effed up social skills because autism.
Don't we all?
Stare people down all the time because this is enough eye contact. Apply for a job at local gas station kitchen. Job is overnight manager. All prep work for the morning shift. Get scheduled for interview. Interviewer asked me what my strengths are. Start to autistically talk about my dedication to diet and lifting. Start talking about men's physiques.
No homo.
Seems incredibly homo. Panic and spurg out. Start talking about Yu-Gi-Oh to desperately change the topic. Interviewer can't get a word in edgewise. Spaghetti spills out of my pockets, covering my Yu-Gi-Oh cards in marinara sauce. Start explaining the metagame and Konami short printing. Can't stop myself. Interviewer is visibly shaken. Realise I've been staring the interview down the entire time. Eyes locked. Realise she's been locked in a room with a muscle-bound retard staring into your soul for almost an hour. Internally scream into the void. Interview ends. We think you might be overqualified for the job. They hire an actual meth head 1 week later. So what are your stories of hobby-related social retardation?
I would say this entire channel, anytime I speak, would be a good example of it. For me personally, anyway, talking from experience, with a lot of experience. You know what, actually, I'm gonna be DMing IRL again every fortnight, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of
stories
of examples of me just being like, yeah. But it's actually good because I'm going to be test playing the World War I game that I'm working on. And I played the game online and it went really well, really smooth. Was very happy with it. So look, you guys will hear more in the coming months.
Learning Twilight Struggle with a friend at his place as a teenager. Playing the USA. Getting crushed. USSR is about 5 points away from winning after he played a perfect round and scooped up most of the Middle East. Suggests we call it quits and start again.
That's loser mentality. You know, finally you've beaten someone where it's like, okay, do you want to just end it here? It's like, no, I will crush you. That's what I do to Megan playing Monopoly. I've made multiple people cry playing Monopoly. I am ruthless.
Yeah, and then whenever I was winning, you were like, we need to finish and go to bed. And I'm like,
I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, I think I'm pretty good at it.
He says that the USA always gets fucked early in games. Convinces me to continue. Plays a blockade headliner while I have no Ops 3+ cards and proceeds to purge China card to sweep Europe.
I have no idea what Twilight Struggle even is, so these are words.
Yeah. I throw my cards on the table and just say, cool, really loudly and aggressively. He says that I'm being really uncool right now and to calm down. That does it for me. And I say, shout probably if I want to be unbiased. How it's really uncool to jerk me around like this. He tells me that losing is fine, but I'm more pissed about how I lost. I yell that I need to go calm down and go to leave. Apparently I opened and closed the door too aggressively and he chases me out and tells me what's my deal. I tell him to back off. He throws a punch. We start fist fighting on his back porch over a board game. We are both out of shape nerds, but I somehow manage to win. I yell at him, "Purge that, you bitch!" while he's on the ground. Somehow that's incredibly funny to me, and apparently funny to him too. We start laughing even though we're both beat to shit. His mum comes home later and freaks out because her son has a swollen eye and there's blood-soaked paper towels clogging the trash bin. Kicks me out, doesn't let us hang out together anymore. We go to different colleges, never see each other again.
Oh, what a shame. That's a pretty sad ending.
Fred.
I mean, it does sound absolutely ridiculous. It does.
Fuck off.
I suppose, we've had enough stories about T-Wolf flippers. We know this is true.
2 fucking cabbages swinging punches. First group I ever played with back when I was a young'un was super strict. Also, the only game in town because I lived in bumfuck nowhere.
Garbro?
Ran by a high school kid who I thought was cool at the time because he said fuck a lot.
Me?
High school kid had more rules for playing in his games than there were in actual rulebooks. Game starts exactly at 7 o'clock on Friday. Lasts until exactly 11:30. Be there on time or you're out.
Honestly, sometimes you need to be like that with people.
You need to be like that.
Honestly, you do. I feel like,
I know.
It's like, can we please be... Especially when you're dealing with other time zones, it's just show up on time, man.
If you aren't playing optimal, you're just ruining it for everyone else. I don't have time to go over the rules just because you're lazy. Take notes when you study the book next time. No talking about things other than the game. No out-of-character fraternising. No asking for bonuses. No rerolls. No sidebars. No snacks at the table. GM is God. Play optimal or get out, etc, etc. For 4.5 hours, all you do is stare at your character sheet, announce your action when it's time, and then shut up and go back to staring at your sheet. I'm a dumb kid. I thought this was normal. Move out of town to a new town where there is a significantly bigger tabletops. It is also significantly more casual. First half an hour of any session is just shooting the shit. People push sessions back or run doubles. There's a lot more focus on roleplay than roleplay. I'm a teenage autist who has been trained to treat tabletop games as a serious commitment, where every slight mistake is a hanging crime. I'm aggressively uncomfortable in this environment and repeatedly make an ass out of myself by getting pissy over people being late or talking too much. I keep notes of everything that gets said in case it's relevant later. Get called a metagamer, mostly because I was metagaming like a mad cunt, constantly with info I shouldn't in character have. Am I out of touch? No. It's the children who are wrong. Double down by adding the rules Nazi behaviour, despite being dogshit remembering rules myself, earning a reputation as that guy. But
how did this happen?
I don't know, well, he was a kid and this is what he was taught.
I suppose.
But hey, I'm not doing anything wrong by metagaming, nagging other players, and whining about time limits like I'm trying to speedrun fucking Dark Heresy. I'm just playing optimal. This is how you're supposed to play. It's not my fault no one else takes this seriously. One of the GM finally gets sick of my shit and gives me the talk. Wait, why is he giving me a lecture? I thought only those asshole people post about on TG get these kinds of...
Wait, what?
Oh,
no.
I'm the asshole.
Oh.
Realise I've been acting like a petty dickhead to a bunch of strangers for months. Can feel my face going neon fucking red. Holy shit, all these people think I'm a jerk. Holy shit, I am a jerk. Awkwardly shovel away after the lecture's done. Avoid the tabletop kids like the plague because I'm too embarrassed to apologise properly. Become sad no games autist until college because I'm scared of doing something embarrassing. That was almost a decade ago now and I'm still cringe into a ball thinking about it. Oh.
Well, look,
but it's not your fault, like it was your first aim.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you were pretty much conditioned into that.
It's not like you had any other options. You say you lived in bumfuck nowhere, it's your only...
if you're gonna play, I suppose playing, like, it sounded like you must have enjoyed it. You must have enjoyed it.
He tolerated it because it was the only one.
Yeah.
Per kid.
Yeah.
Right, you slimy human maggots. We has been working hard at Neckbeardia to get the bestest little people that monies can buy. We got all the boys here. We got the boys, the lizard boys, vampire boys, all the boys over at Neckbeardia. Oh, we also got some pretty girls too. But I can't really make out which one's the boys and which one's the girls sometimes. But anyway, I need more monies to get more daggers, so get on over and order some now, you filthy pigs.
Every video that we post, we're going to be giving away all of our homebrew content to one lucky winner. Every video. All you have to do to be in with a chance to win is to be subscribed, leave a comment, and like this video. And today's lucky winner is... this guy! Well done! Well done! To claim your prize, just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the video. I'm almost always a pretty chill, level-headed person, but I think I have a story that counts. Playing a Dark Heresy campaign with my wife as the only other player. She's mostly clueless when it comes to 40k. That's always fine. She gets to learn the best way, through playing. Midway through the campaign, she mentioned some really stupid plans. In character, explain exactly why we shouldn't do that and provide a few better alternatives. Wife is a stubborn cunt, but I love her for it. Declares we're going with her dumb plan that leads us away from our goal we've spent several sessions working towards. Get pissy since she recently made a poor financial decision against my advice, and we were still suffering for it a bit.
GM, what was that?
Don't bring that into game.
Stock?
What?
The meme stock?
Oh yeah. Get pissy and should a cold comment about along the lines of, why do you even bother if my advice always goes in one ear and out the other? Chug some beer, calm down and apologise both to her and for letting out of game drama at the table. Everything was fine, worked it all out, still feel embarrassed as fuck for being a spurgy asshole.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know.
Yeah, well, you know what? At least it was just with your wife.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, look, you know, it wasn't great, but, like, you know, look, and even then, like, you're doing alright. Like, see if I turned around to Megan and I was like, yo, do you want to play Dark Ursa? No.
Absolutely not.
Megan's really not into 40k. Like, you've tried. You've really tried to get into 40k. There's a reason why we don't really do much 40k on this channel. The only time we do 40k is if it's a story time.
Or if Garbro's talking.
Yeah, because Megan's just not into 40k. You have tried.
I've tried so hard, guys.
You really put a lot of effort in, but it's just not for you in the slightest.
No. A player gave me death threats. Everything was going smooth and fine, happy and dandy. The player felt insulted by a smug knight and challenged him to a duel. I expected the player to win, but he botched 2 rolls and caught a critical when low and died. The player then chucks his dice, screaming bloody murder like a Super Saiyan, followed by death threats and fist thrusting. He has apologised without any real excuse, and we had a talk about not being a spurg over a game. Not my first spurg, but possibly one of the worst I have faced. Feel bad.
Honestly, like, you know, do people really need to give excuses when it comes to, like, oh, like, man, I'm sorry about that? I don't feel like you need to provide an excuse. Like, sometimes there's not an excuse, so why make it up an excuse? I never really got that. I always thought, like, look, man, I'm sorry about that. I don't really have an excuse. It was just, you know, things happened. But, like, we'll try and forget about that. Does that sound cool? Like, why can people do that? It's like, oh, no, actually, it wasn't actually my... You know what I mean? That's what an excuse feels like to me. It's like, actually, it wasn't my fault.
Just own it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, like...
Just own it.
You know, like, these things happen, for God.
£400, plays dwarf. Sat down, killed my cat.
What?
Shot, stained spot, raped a gorilla in game. DM, let him. Literally shits his pants. Breaks my toilet with his fat ass. Brings party serving bowls of elaborate dishes. Eats it all. Broke my lamp Fortnite dancing. This nightmare stayed in our group as the DM's friend for over a year. It was a godsend when his parents disowned this massive lord because he left town and hasn't been back.
What? Wait, no, you're gonna need to explain.
Why do people do this?
No, you need to explain more. This is, like, you can't just tease me. Don't tease me with this. Don't just play with my balls and leave me high and dry. Me and Megan were watching a...
I thought you were about to say something else.
No, me and Megan were watching a documentary. What was it called again? It was a very British brothel, right? Yeah. And it was like a Channel 4 documentary.
It's free on YouTube. So
yeah, look it up on YouTube.
A very British brothel.
Right, and then there's this, like, prostitute in it, and she goes, oh, the men, they got the blue balls.
I can't even understand that, Jim.
No, they got the blue balls, you see.
The men's got the blue balls, and they come in, and you just have to... You have to release them, because then the balls get big and sore. They get sore, so you just need to give them something.
Yeah, you gotta achy balls.
You need to watch it.
Also, it's funny. Check it out. You'll find it on YouTube.
This one was my fault. I invited an exer.
Zur, I think it's...
Zur, whatever. I meet this cute college person who was totally stoked to play D&D, but Zur was incredibly shy and had a hard time getting a group together like we all do. The DM was sus, but...
Okay, Zimmer. The DM was sus, but for real.
The DM was sus, but didn't want to be called a bigot, and I presented a valid case. This person has been cool with me. Game night session 1, and it begins. I did not see it coming. I'm the only black person in our group. Everyone else is white. We sometimes have fun racist jokes, but for the part I never notice. I couldn't keep up with Zur. The DM hit some kind of trigger and Zur went off about white privilege and how I need to be the DM because I'm black and these Nazi bigots should suck my cock and on and on. Honestly, I feel objectified and uncomfortable, and it made me feel ill that the only reason this person was nice to me was because I'm black. I'm literally no different from the friends she was running through the mud. Every insult she directed at them hit me too. I just wanted to be nice to this person and I don't know how to help. I know. Me! Pick me!
Okay, Megan, you tell us how do we redeem this?
Don't be friends with them.
Yeah.
Don't be nice to them.
I just don't interact with a lot of these type of people. You know, the thing is, like, you know, they already presume who I am. So I'm going
to presume who you are.
Exactly. See, this is the thing, and this is why I think so many people are more divided than ever.
And I am judging you.
Yeah, like, I think the biggest problem is we're so divided is because it used to be, like, maybe you could have, like, let's say on the political spectrum, there's 10 things, and there's 3 things that are very left-leaning, and 3 of them things are very right-leaning, and then there's a lot of stuff in the middle, like, different topics that people can, like, go in and out of. Now it's, if you think one of these topics, fits into a certain category, you are that category, and there's no...
Like, as you said, like, let's say the political spectrum is 1 to 10.
Yeah, let's go.
1 being very left, and 1 being extreme left-leaning, and 10 being extreme right-leaning.
Yeah.
I'm a 5. I've always been a 5. I will stay a 5.
But no, Megan, you're not a 5.
But that 5 has swayed so far. And
the goalposts
do you know what I mean?
Have completely changed.
I'm a 5. But me being a 5 to a 1, I may as well be a 10.
Okay, you know what? Oh no, actually I've got a funny joke, but I can't say it. I got a really funny joke, but sorry guys.
Pause it, let me tell.
But yeah, no, honestly, a lot of these people are just ridiculous. And honestly, it's college. I could not imagine how bad it would be in university these days.
That's what I'm terrified about for our son.
Like, the thing is, like, the times are changing. The world's going to be a very different place in, like, 18, 19 years' time. So I'm not terribly worried about it at the moment, because, like, we're seeing there's more...
Yeah, but watch it come to time, and then our kids will be homeschooled.
Honestly, I wouldn't... I used to honestly think, see, homeschooling, that stuff's kind of, that's a bit mental. Like, nowadays, like, no, it makes complete sense. Look, we're getting way off topic. Let's keep going. Okay, so the thread doesn't really have much else going on, so we're just going to call it a day. But then we saw this post, and I was like, you know what, let's just throw it in, because I think it's kind of funny. So, look, let's just do this.
Okay, so first of all, they quoted cringe. And then they said, no, the hobby is already dying, and it's the fault of pathetic beta males who refuse to stand up for their games and allow cancerous shit like Session 0 and Nat 20 auto-successes to invade our hobby and turn D&D into either a collaborative writing exercise or a beer and pretzels party game.
I mean, what's wrong with the Session 0?
I know.
I'm not going to go the beta male part, but...
Yeah. To the former point, I've heard so many Fs saying, well, D&D is basically collaborative storytelling, so X and Y should be true. Which is incredibly fucking stupid. These people think they know better than people who have been in the hobby for years, yet their ideas are mostly garbage. And now they're trying to bring up more women and minorities into tabletop. For what purpose? My old group has 2 blacks, an Asian, but we rarely allow women into games because, for the most part, they were not serious players. The only decent woman RPG players I've seen have been women in their mid-40s or older. Not these young thots they keep shoving in our faces, who are here to soak up male attention with relatively little competition.
Unironically, that is... I've seen a lot of that.
It is.
Most of them
I feel sorry for girls who genuinely want to play.
See, that's my problem.
Because then they get this...
Well, but the thing is, okay, so first of all, like, let's do this one, because it's kind of interesting.
Okay,
so,
let me read the rest of them. Not this stupid, LOL, can we use this to virtue signal effatry that permeates social media?
And, I mean, let's be serious, the virtue signaling is unbearable at this point.
What the fuck does any of this have to do with D&D? Nothing. It's cancer. It's garbage. So I just ignore it. I ignore the freak shit races they keep pumping into the game on a daily basis, and run my campaigns with core races only. Dragonborn, Tiefling, and Drow are not core races. Get over it. I ignore the, you must dumb down the game for new players or you are an elitist douchebag, and commonly put CR 3 or 4 monsters in level 1 dungeons, or puzzles that are relatively simple visual shit you see on an IQ test. On the rare occasion I do puzzles at all. I don't do Session 0, even though that's the hot new buzzword, because I don't need to. I write the characters' backstories. They tell me what they want in it, and we set up the game over email. Fuck Wizards of the Coast. I will gatekeep until the end of time. Who hurt you?
On one hand, this man is incredibly based. On the other hand, he is incredibly cringe.
Yeah.
What is he? I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny, if you know what I mean. It wasn't really on topic, but I thought, you know what, it was a funny post, and I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, let's be serious, there is an awful lot of women that are doing it simply for attention from dweebs. And it does happen a lot. I think everyone's seen it multiple times at this point.
Honest to God, see on this channel, I must sound like I'm just against all women.
Yeah, you probably do, if I'm being honest with you.
I must sound terrible.
You must do. I would say you probably do.
But you know, you're right.
But let's be serious. There's a lot of examples, and I do feel really bad for a lot of girls that
genuinely want to play.
Yeah,
because then they get treated like this, and then it makes them not come back.
I would find most women either get hyper beta male white knight orbiter milady types, or you end up with the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Incels who just scream at them the entire time.
Yeah, exactly, and it's there's not much in between. But again, like, it's a spurgy hobby, so you kind of got to expect that sort of behaviour to a certain extent, you know, and I think that's one of the problems. I don't know, what do you guys think? This was a really weird video, guys, not gonna lie. It was kind of all over the show. Have you guys had like spurgy moments? Do we have any good examples of like
your whole life?
My very existence is a spurgy moment. Yeah, I got nothing else really to put on that, honestly. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, man.
Let us know your spurgy moments.
Look, we like to be like, man, that's cringe, but we all know in our heart of hearts, we are the cringe.
We are the cringe.
You know, so like, what can you say? What can you do? Like, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Remember, check out that very British Brothel documentary. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah,
it was worth a watch. I thought it was worth a watch. And also, we do have that sale on with the selection of models. Once they are gone, they will never be back. So if there's something in that selection that you're interested in, it's up to 50% off. So there you go, and it's gone into the end of the month. Anything else, Megan? Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.